Well, here we are at Mission Peoria, and it's Wednesday night. Wednesday night, we've already had a few nights under our belt. We've had an amazing week. First night, we had Mr. Seth Major here, and then yesterday we had Heather Taves. And tonight, we have a local celebrity. Let's be honest, people. Eugene Daniel.
Local celebrity.
Come on.
Not quite on the mover and shaker as you are. What you guys do.
For those who are tuning in and don't know who Eugene is, he has just preached an amazing message. Right, everyone in the room? Yeah. Okay. We're in the creative suite after the message here. Eugene, though, also is a local news anchor for WMBD.
Mm-hmm.
And Fox.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We also operate the Fox station as well.
Yeah, and so I'm a bit mad though because DirecTV have got a bit of a thing going on there.
Let's
go into that, right?
Let's skip right over
that.
that.
Okay, sorry. But that's what the internet's for. We can still see you there. So
see, I'm proud of
that.
Yeah. It came out. You saw that?
So Eugene also helps at St. Paul's Baptist Church, which is a church here in Peoria. And so, just like the last few nights, we're going to talk about life.
Yeah.
And we mentioned it earlier, 8 years ago, was when the first time you came and had interaction with the Dream Center.
Yeah, and so here we are in, what's today's date? July, right? So I moved to Peoria from right outside of Atlanta, Georgia, Marietta, Georgia, in the last week of June 2011. So literally one of my first weekends covering news in the area was Backpack Peoria. And Andy loves to show the video of a much slimmer Eugene back then, bright-eyed. I think I did some kind of visual of me coming out of a backpack at that point too.
We still show it. I'm telling you, we still show it. Because no other reporter has got so passionate about Backpack Peoria.
Well, it was my, coming from a church background too, that really kind of preached community service.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Peoria was like that when I moved out here. I was still fresh and new. So I remember being overwhelmed at the amount of people who were there, and I can't remember if that year, the first year, it was at 2,500 backpacks quite yet. I couldn't remember if it was there yet, but it was still a lot in to see it and coming in, and I just remember being so excited just to be a part and knowing that was something I wanted to be a part of moving forward. So one of my first memories was right here.
And your journey has gone on a crazy journey, right?
Yeah.
I mean, back then you were like the guy that, hey, go and do this report, and it may not have been the greatest report, to where now you are the main anchor at night, right? I mean,
I tell people when they ask about my journey from moving here to now being the main anchor, it's a very unusual one for most people in my field because the way that it has intersected and God has maneuvered my faith journey with my professional work journey has been one that I've had to wrestle with a lot. I moved here first. 2 years was my goal. I was going to be in Peoria for 2 years. I didn't have family here. Wasn't from here. There was a lot of corn here. And that was my plan. And that 2 year came in, and I just felt a tug and that would not leave. I was like, I think I'm called to really kind of look at some ministry outlets and looking to go into seminary. And at that time in my life, I was like 24, 25. I didn't think that I could do both. I didn't think that I could do TV and pursue ministry. I had a passion for both, but I was like, you know what? I can't go to sleep without thinking about this. I believe this is what God wants me to do. I'm going to go full head into it. So I left TV. I don't know if you remember. I left TV. I quit at the station. They did a whole going away tribute on air. And I was back like 3 months later. My boss, I entered into seminary, so I enrolled in seminary and then started serving at St. Paul Young Adults. And my boss called and said, you know what? And this is how I knew God was doing something. He said, my sister-in-law just finished up her seminary degree, and I think that you could do this and that. We'll work around your schedule. If you have classes, if you have to do something at the church, you just let us know, and you don't have to come in that day. But whatever days you want to come in to report, you come in. And it stayed that way through 3 bosses and 3 of their bosses above them for the next 3.5 years while I did ministry and was in seminary and was part-time reporting. And so now I've come back as full circle, and I realize I can do both. God has helped me kind of sit that, and I'm back full-time. And even when I made that decision, 6 months, I got 1 promotion, got my own show. Another 7 months, got the next promotion. They put me into the evening desk, all while still being able to do things within ministry as well. So it's been an interesting journey. Most people thought I was crazy when I left TV after 2 years, but God has found a way to work it out.
Yeah. And I remember, I mentioned it again tonight, we as a family moved to Nashville. You talk about that, going away party, and then 8 months later, hey, we're back.
I saw you in Nashville.
And that's what I said. You came down,
Uh-huh.
you were down in Nashville for a day, and we connected, and I don't think you know how that felt for me. Just, I'm the new kid in the city, this huge city, in a massive church working at, and a face appears that I'm familiar with, and just being able to go to went to Puckett's, right? Remember Puckett's?
Yeah. Oh, food was great.
Yeah. And we just hung out, and it just at that time was one of those moments where I can look back going, God placed certain men along the journey, even in that time, which was a great time down there. But just to encourage me and say, hey, you're okay. You're not on your own. That time my wife was still up in Peoria, and they hadn't made the move yet. The kids hadn't made the move yet, so and that's what friends are for. Let's just touch a little bit about. You talked about community. What do you love about Peoria?
You know what? Not to sound cliche about that, but the community. It's the people. The people here are so giving. I've literally found family, like they are family members. I believe I've worked my way into their will.
Yeah. Which is always good.
Which is always good. Right. It's always good. The more the merrier. But it's such a giving community, and I wasn't fully aware of that when I moved here. It's a very passionate community when it comes to serving those who are in need. And I'm not just going to point to the Dream Center, but the Dream Center is a catalyst, but it really is one kind of cog kind of in the wheel, so to speak, of what happens in this entire community. And I think when people come to Peoria, I think that is one of the things that gets them, is that people here, they truly do like to serve. They like to serve people who need it.
Yeah, that's good. And we've seen it, a lot over the last year with the Dream Center, just the way that we've been able to bring a community together.
And how people get, like financially, whatever, you have a need, people will, and you show that need, people will pour in for it.
Yeah. Well, Eugene, we are going to wrap up, but
okay.
I just want to thank you for coming. I know you were with us 2 years ago at Mission Peoria.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, we know the guy to bring back this year. And we just want to thank you for tonight. It was amazing. And thanks for being a great partner with the Dream Center as well, in all that you do at the station as well, and at the church. So thanks.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. Like I said, you challenged me in this space, even in inviting me. And a lot of times, I don't think we know what God is doing through us for other people. And so by you inviting me, it meant a lot. God really used this process to strengthen and challenge me in some ways in which I needed. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.